Barney went hunting on his own.
Bro,
Um,
Barney was just an
and
animal.
he was fucking in their faces, man.
Yep.
Like the like the Manly forwards, there was about 3 or 4 of them that were sticking it to us, and him on his own, lone wolf amongst the wolf pack, was just like fuck you cunts, and he was just sticking it to them, bro, the
Yeah,
whole night. And yeah, I was just loving it. I just thought, bro, he put his hand up and he's like, just follow me, boys.
yep.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
and it's
been
like,
lifting another gear this season, I reckon, or
yeah,
Barnett.
He might be
yeah.
Definitely.
hungry. He might be hungry for that Origin jersey or something.
I reckon he'll be
Well,
close, bro.
that
I
or he
reckon he'll
could
be
even be
close.
saying, like AFB leaving isn't the end of the world. You're still going to have guys like me around as well, So
Mm.
potentially.
Oh, I just saw a post on Facebook about the New South Wales team, and apparently Maguire's been sitting down with a few players. And apparently they did say that Egan will be having a kōrero with them when they go over and play, when they go to
Nah,
Sydney. Oh,
leave Egan alone.
Yeah.
Hands off.
Cook
Hands off.
I know Damien Cook. So Damien Cook, Cody Walker, and Latrell have all said no.
Oosh.
Their form's not up to
That's no surprise, though. That's no surprise. They're fucking they're up shit creek, bro. They're fucking struggling.
hard.
On reflection, that is a team that is in dire straits. Like, I'm not throwing any shade because we've been in that position for years.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Kia ora, tons.
Wow.
Kia ora.
Kia ora
Yeah.
tātou e te iwi. Welcome back again. Monday Night Kōrero. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. I do want to get some admin out the way for our man. This fantasy, man, is just it's just not fair.
Where's everyone at, bro?
Because I watch all the players that's on my team, and I start seeing them. I'm like, oh, bro, I'm sure he's going to get 80s or something. And I go look at the scores, and it's like, man, are you guys blind or something? Are you guys blind or something? Come on, man. My team had a crap weekend. What about you, Tans? How's your team?
I cracked my highest fucking one year, 803.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Good job, Tons.
Nice job, Tons.
Best around you.
I was shocked when I was like, hey, are you sure?
Yeah,
Nice.
there's been a change at the top. There's been a huge seismic shift at the top. We've got someone called Up the Guts.
Up the guts.
Mr. and Mrs. Up the Guts. We've got Sweeties, we've got Ninja of Zion, and we've got everybody else. So whoever was there last time is now gone.
Yeah.
I think they were. I Love My Daddy was first last week too.
He was first. He or she was first last week. So
Last
I Love
week.
My Daddy is now bye-bye.
Yeah.
Let's just have a look at. See, I got this guy. Yeah.
Who was that, bro? I can't even see
Turbo.
No.
Got Turbo. It's got Pep, Fogarty. Okay, all right. Obviously, that's the reason why you're number one. So big ups to Up the Guts 1101 for being top of our leaderboard at the moment, and we won't worry about where I am. It really does not matter. So well done.
Well done.
Remember here too. Up the Guts. And I suppose you just gotta have a look at these scores. Some people last week saying there's going to be a high scoring game. There's going to be loads of tries.
Yeah.
On reflection, there was 3 or maybe 4. So
starting off
with myself, I had it at 30, 34, 24. Tans, you had it at 24, 18.
Pretty close.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Damien had it at 30 points to 12.
Fucking miles away.
Manly, you had it at Manly 30 points to 12, didn't you?
Warriors 30-12.
30-12, sorry.
Bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Real had it at a 16-point game at 36-20.
Yeah.
Ty had it at 32-14. And
Lorenzo
had it 26-20.
Again, pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like 20 minutes into that game, and I'm going, this ain't looking good. I'm not saying we're gonna lose, but it's just not looking good.
That was that was a fucking intense game, was it not? Oh
Yes, it
damn.
Intensely
was.
shit
Yes,
game.
it was.
A lot of it, yeah, it was. Like
Okay, I'm going to throw it out there because I
Go on,
just said it
go
to
on.
Damien
Say
and Nick.
Say
Yeah,
it.
bro,
I
throw it out
actually,
there.
I just said to the bros, yeah, I thought that was our best game so far this season.
Drop your comments down below if you agree. If you agree with the bro, or if you
Yeah,
disagree with the bro,
yeah.
that's all good too.
And a
Or
very,
if
very
it's-
unpopular opinion, but like, and I was just saying to the boys the whole the way the boys fought back, like we were definitely winning it in the first 20 minutes. They were all over us. We were making mistakes, dropping balls. Individuals were making uncharacteristic mistakes, but other individuals were fucking outstanding, for the Warriors, and they put their hand up. They went over and above, and they literally carried the team. But the way it played out, Manly scoring 3 fast tries, Mount Smart sounded empty, fucking. But the way the boys just dug in and fucking just kept backing themselves, no matter what. The conditions were shit. Manly had come off a big win against the reigning premiers, so those forwards were fucking. They already had us lined up, and they knew what their assignments were. Yeah, and they stuck it to us. But the likes of Mitch Barnett, even Catewell, I thought they were. They put their hands up and they were fucking. Yeah, I fucking love on review when I checked the game again and went through it, segment by segment. It was just like, fuck, the boys are when they dug deep. They dug deep. Yeah, we didn't win, we didn't lose, but I'd rather take a draw as opposed to a loss. So yeah, but that's just me.
I wonder, bro, if you're meaning like certain players had their best game of their season so far. Because honestly, bro, that was a terrible fucking game.
He said what he said. He said what he said, Damien. Okay, just
I know. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. Maybe
Just
someone in the
what he
comments
said.
could recommend some medication for our bro here.
6 rounds in, bro. 6 rounds in. And like
He said
we
what
lost.
he said.
We lost to Cronulla. They got the jump on us. We only just lost to the Storm. And again, we clocked off, but those other wins have kind of, for me, have shown there's a bit of character that when they had to dig deep, and when those individuals dug deep, they fucking pulled it out, and Manly should have won, hands down. They were the better team.
They were the better team.
Way
but
better.
they didn't.
When Sean Johnson starts trying to run with the ball in his hand, when he's making, when he starts stepping, when he starts running with that ball, that there's something, you know what I mean? Like, because he doesn't usually do that nowadays. He's just,
he doesn't need to.
Yeah. So when he steps up and starts running with the ball and get through those gaps, that he's trying to get, step up for the team because something's not working.
Something's not working. That's right.
Something's not working. And so and he done it. He got a try, fucking the offload that he got. And he made, I'd be interested to see his stats actually, but I saw some stats up, missed tackles, bro. And I understand it was wet, but fucking one of our boys missed 6 tackles, man.
It's not up the stretch.
I can't remember who that is, but there were a lot of missed tackles, a lot of errors. I thought Jazz was awesome when he came on. He didn't last long, but
while he was out there.
But
it was a very patient try.
You've got to learn to play to the conditions, and we know from last year that we didn't play well in the rain against the Rabbitohs. We did it again on Saturday, and we just you got to learn to play to the conditions.
Yeah, that's right. A funny one though, because we beat Cronulla in the rain last year, so it's not like they don't know how to win. Yeah,
that was the last time we beat someone in the rain was last year, around 5 or whatever the hell it was.
So the boys know how to, but it's waiting for that switch.
I was just saying before. Oh, sorry, bro, go down.
Sorry, bro. To their credit, Manly played really well in those conditions. You know, so
does it rain a lot over here?
Oh, they definitely had the more super glue than us.
When
even the way they were running the ball, they ran with confidence. They weren't worried about dropping it.
No. But we all knew it was going to be a hard game. We all knew it wasn't going to be easy. Forward pack and our bench was fucking light, man.
Mm.
We had
And
a
you
lot,
shouldn't
you
shouldn't
know.
be light in the wet. It needs to be forward heavy in the wet, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now with
Yeah.
Jazz on, wow,
Yeah.
that's another debut. Someone's going to be debuting.
Someone's
It
who's
could
next
be.
next man up.
Yeah.
I thought Lika Halasima might step up, but then I seen some shit on, online about the way he played on the weekend. I think it was him, and I don't know, got a few penalties, had bad attitude.
I did have a chat to Sifakula
Mm.
before the game, and I said
Oh,
to
yeah.
him, because I saw him last year at the Kiwi A's game versus Tonga A's,
Yep, sure.
and also the the Samoa game. And he said back then he was like out for like 4 months. And I said to him, "Hey, how far away are you?" And he reckons 2 weeks.
Cool. That's
True.
cool. He's a beast.
Yeah.
But he'll go straight into cup.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's
Get
not
him
going
some
straight.
confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to
yeah.
getting him back out there. That way, he's a beast of a player.
I will say this about the ref. The ref kind of, he had an okay game, but there was a lot of calls he missed for both
Yes.
teams. You know,
Yes.
and that didn't help either. Yeah.
A lot of forward passes and stuff, not getting caught up. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
a great roofing
A
game.
lot of
knock-ons.
A lot of knock-ons.
by Tom Travojevic and that. But yeah, I agree with you. I thought our fight back was main, especially the second half, and we seem to be that team now. They're always like, I think our second halves are usually better than our first a lot of the times. Yeah, but I just think there were some players that just stepped up. I think Wade Egan was mean in the second half, not so much in the first. I don't think he. Yeah.
Oh, they done their homework on him though. They shut him down. And so Wade, not through lack of trying, but yeah, the Manly forwards just there was fuck all opportunities for him. Like when he did start out, he did kind of make some good yards, but there were times where like the times when there was a couple of times he ran into the defenders, waiting for the ref to either give us a 6 again or a penalty, and it didn't come. And it was just like, okay. So it's not like he wasn't trying, but Manly definitely done their homework on him, and just it was a hard night for him.
DCE, man, fuck, his kicking was on. And he was doing what Sean Johnson did last week against the Rabbitohs, just putting it deep in their 10, not giving them any room. And so SJ's kicking wasn't as good as last week, but a lot of that game was played in the middle of the field because it was so wet. We didn't have, so it condenses the area more. Do you know what I mean? When you can't play out to your edges, of course, because it's wet.
Yep. So you play through the middle.
It condenses the field, so you don't have as much space to.
Like there's space out wide, but it's kind of risky in those conditions. Your guys have got to be super confident.
Yeah. So you see, like Dallin, except for the intercept, but a lot of our outside backs were coming in for a carry.
Yeah. See Rocco. Rocco didn't have his first hit up till 22 minutes into the first half. It was like, is he crook or is he injured or something? Because he was.
Not too sure. Took a long time to get the ball in.
Yeah, bro. When you think the work rate that he usually comes up with, and he did kind of click into gear eventually, but he was quiet, man, for his own standards. And generally on those kick chases, he's usually one of the first tacklers, and then in for the second tackle. He was only going in for those first tackles, and then he was pulling back. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Because him and Capewell work well together when they're defending. Those two always make the first and second tackles.
Even Laban now, when he comes on the edge, he's good, man. He's good.
Yeah, well, it's interesting though. Rocco was like just missing for 20 minutes, over 20 minutes, and it was just like, wow, we at, bruh. He was defending, he was making his tackles, but on attack he was. And admittedly, he did get more involved in the second half, but he was. That's why I was wondering: is he crook or is he injured or whatever? Is he carrying an injury? Because he was quiet, bro. He was quiet.
My thoughts on that. I think it had a lot to do with the amount of errors we had. Like we dropped the ball, they were containing us on one side, so before we even got to that side, we had dropped it. Like I feel like the reason why he wasn't able to get in is because we weren't giving him the grounds or the foundation to apply that right side. One thing I want to say though, I feel back to this whole wet game stuff. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've won in the wet, but Manly didn't play like they were playing in the wet. They scored one of the guys going expansive. I feel like maybe there's a nervousness for us when it comes to the wet, but we kind of played too tight. And I want to remind everyone too, like was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? If you watched their Knights game that was in fucking pissing rain, those guys weren't playing like there was rain. It was like they were catching everything. So I feel like it's a bit of a potentially mental thing that we might be going through. That we just got to break and just play our game.
Shake it, eh? We can't shake that one.
I
That is a bit slippery.
About the Knights game because you know, like I was like, fuck, the Knights are like playing in this weather, but they're using the weather to their advantage in a strange way. Even though it was fucking bucketing down, they used the rain to their advantage. I know that sounds weird, but they were just, they were really good in that weather. And I just think
called the game off.
I agree, Ty. I think they get a bit nervous playing in the rain because they just didn't come out with that same fire and passion like last week. And I that's probably down to Manly's defense, but yeah.
I will say one thing. I will say one thing that I've massively noticed is that when the opposition score one try, definitely when they score 2 tries, the whole place just goes silent. So, like, all they need to do, really, opposition, is get a couple of early tries.
Shut the crowd up.
Shut the crowd up, and then that takes away our whole home field advantage. But we were patient coming back, Jazz coming through. I was really happy for Jazz when he did that, and then DWZ, Dallin the Tin Ass getting that. He read that beautifully. He read that one from Brooks. Brooks just, I don't know what he was thinking, man.
He was just standing right there waiting.
Brooks could have went short. He could have even, I don't know.
Because they had the overlap. Yeah, they had the overlap.
Yeah. But it paid off. It paid off, Dallin, and we actually needed that boost. We actually needed something. We needed something because it was dead ass.
Yeah.
I was going to say too, bro. So one of my workmates, Devon, her 17-year-old is a huge Warriors fan. She took her son and I think her dad, her partner, and they all went to the game. And so we were catching up this morning, but she was saying, man, that's just, once the Warriors kicked into gear, she just couldn't believe how awesome the crowd was and just the atmosphere side of and she was like, mate, it was, because I'd said to her, mate, you chose a really, really good game to be at. Just the fight back side of it. But and like she was saying, her dad's a rugby head, so she had to kind of school him on some of the rules, but like as a fan, and especially if it's someone that's kind of new to the Warriors or whatever, like the rest of the bandwagon, just couldn't get over once the Warriors kicked into gear and how it just kind of went to and fro. Yeah, she was like, mate, even where we were sitting, it was just crazy. And she said they were sitting by some really staunch Manly fans, and they were giving giving us shit and stuff. But it's that it was just like, that's what it's about, man. You jump on it's not even about jumping on the wagon, but for those of us that have fucking been around for a long time, because the Warriors have always had that potential when they click, and the crowd are backing them. It's just like best ticket in town, best ticket in town.
I think the good thing was that we only kept them to 1 try in the second half, and that's a good thing. But apart from I mean I'm glad we got the 1 point, but
could have been 0.
Well,
it was looking like 0 points the whole way through.
With 3 seconds to go, it was.
We were lucky to get 1 point.
We were very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, we're lucky to get that 1 point.
We were the second best team out there.
But SJ, fucking, his fall. Well, I was like, man, and I've seen heaps of people, like someone's been going onto the Manly page and like screenshotting a lot of and posting them up on the Warriors fan pages.
I'd say
he was milking. He was definitely milking it. Good on him. And good on him.
He stayed down, bro.
Is probably the biggest fucking diver in the game, and when the game's hanging in the balance like that, and I seen someone going, shot Freddie, because if he didn't get suspended,
if that hadn't happened a week before, it would be a whatever, but I'm just going to read out a couple of comments, guys, from T Miller. That first 30 was abysmal. Steph V Boy, Manly forwards were way bigger, causing trouble in the middle. Yep. T Miller says Bulldogs thrived in the rain that first half against the Roosters.
But what? Bulldogs against the Roosters?
Thrived in the rain that first half
The
against
rain.
the Roosters, he reckons? Yeah. They thrived in the rain. I don't know what
And then they folded.
Yeah,
Bro.
and then they got beaten.
Oh,
Michael says Jackson Ford's either rocks or diamonds with his butterfingers.
Yep.
Laban looks the goods. So yeah, I agree. Laban
Okay.
looks like he's been out there for a while.
Because like, you know, we all know like Ford's. Fuck, I mean, the last well, probably all the games so far this season, he's been guilty of dropping the ball, and not just once in a game either. You know, like 2-3 times, right by, you know, and especially
Crucial times.
Crucial times when we're in great position. It's just like, bro, could we maybe see a Laban start? Maybe.
No.
Is that a bit?
A couple more rounds, maybe.
I don't know.
Might be too soon just yet.
I don't know. You're not gonna bring on what will be his 4th game in a row.
Why?
Webby likes Jacko, and he's instilled a lot of faith in him.
He needs
you
to
know,
go back.
so yeah.
No, he has.
Yes. Too hard onto the ball, like if he just run, and by the time the ball's actually getting to him, it's too. Do you know, like it's already on his chest pretty much, and then he just fucking hits the ball forward.
I'd say you go back, you could probably see different types of errors at different times, whether he's got it early, he's gotten it late, it's hit him in the chest, he's looked at the line, all those things.
Always, he gets hit in the tackle,
he's hit in the tackle.
Just loses it. Yeah, that's a hard one, bro.
I think, bro, like, we can't, fuck that, bro. You just got to learn to hold the ball, because there's plenty of teams that, plenty of players that still manage to, it's just like, come on, bro, you got to tighten that shit up. Because we can't be going later and on into the season, like granted, we've got Dragons, Titans, so a couple of, and I'm going to say, what you say, there's no easy games, but when we're going up against those big teams, far out, man, you can't be risking a knock on fucking 20 metres out from their line, mate. 10 metres out. Twice.
Otherwise, your reliability out there, if you're going to fucking be dropping the ball 2-3 times a game in that kind of position.
That's potentially 3 tries that you fucking cost right there. And it's just like, when it happens 3 weeks in a row, it's just like, brother, man, like, you need to figure out where it is you're going wrong. Either you're hitting the line too hard, you're not, your timing's off when you're, about to run through, whatever it is, but you need to sort it out.
Definitely. Like he was good last week, but yeah, there's an issue there, and whether that, how you go about addressing that, that's a hard one. But Uncle Anaru believes in him, and he's brought him over for a reason, and he's instilled in him the very reasons why he thinks he's a quality player. And Jacko's just got that top 2 inches, just kind of. I like him. I like Jackson Ford. I think he's a good.
So do I. I think he's great. You need to tidy it up. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, it's just lapses, right? You can just sound, and I think you addressed all the things in terms of why he's dropping the ball, Nick. And I think most of it is not because he's scared of looking up the line. It's similar to what Roger did. I think they have that little look, and that little lapse is what's causing all those knocks. Kind of like concentrate on the ball, and then see what happens after that. One thing I want to say though, and I think you had a mean game from Manly. I'm not going to praise him too much, but Tom Trbojevic, I know Dale Cherry Evans did a lot, but Tom Trbojevic was everywhere, both on attack and defense. And one thing I was noticing during the game, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was like, why do we keep running into traffic? Like, our boys are actually so good at identifying when we've got in terms of numbers, we're actually good, but we keep running into traffic. And there was C&K going off the back, and I was like, why are they running into traffic? Now, if any of you guys watch Waz Up podcast, he actually spotted that Tom Trbojevic was actually coming in and being the A defender, which then pushed everyone out. So that actually caused why we keep running into traffic. But I think for us, tactically, it's like when you've got the fullback coming up, we weren't putting the little chips over the top. Just those little things we weren't noticing that I feel like it's actually good to have this game, go back to the drawing board and go, okay, when the fullback presents himself, how are we putting that behind them and if we don't score a try, at least force them there, get the dropout or something. So those were just
And-
tactical
and-
things.
Yeah, and that would have been a direct in regards to us finding those gaps. So the Manly coach would have studied it and thought,
Yeah.
it's because it is a risky play having your fullback join the line like that, but it worked, and yeah, it's just a shame the Chance or Shawnee or whoever didn't actually pick up on that when it was happening, kind of thing. Because if there's
I don't
obviously a
think they
gap
had a
at the
chance
back.
to. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think they had a chance. So I think because they know how much speed, that those outside backs Manly have got, so they have to, and especially the strength in their forwards, they have to be careful. Well, they have to have someone back there, and they have to make sure that someone's at the back, in case Paulo, fucking Cola, whoever it is, Talau might run away. So Whereas, I mean, we don't really have that dynamic speed in our outside backs. I think we've got more strength in anything than pace.
Yeah, I don't think we're as fast as well.
But we're not faster. And
Yeah.
and that's with a lot of teams. I think that's just and I don't think it's a bad thing because we definitely step up. We might not have that speed, but we definitely back it up with other strengths that we have in our team.
I think that's a situation where you miss Metcalf. It would have been awesome to see Metcalf taking that line and doing a little chip and chase. And when you do that once or twice, it's going to stop Tommy Trebojevic from coming into the line because you'll be thinking, "Fuck, no, I've got to stay back here in case they can continue to do that." But yeah, it's a shame he wasn't there and able to make the most of that situation.
I think Te Maire Martin though has been awesome, man. I think he's been great for us. I think he's been awesome, and especially his defense. You can tell, like he's defensively, he's a lot better than Luke Metcalf. And people might not agree with me. I personally think that Metcalf's a much more solid defender than Metcalf. But
no, he did. He defended well. Saturday night.
Oh, and even his little darts out, he had a few line breaks as well, a couple of good line breaks, and all the boys did. There was some really good lines that the boys ran, but it was just, I think in the wet, like the missed tackles, we were just slipping off left, right, and centre.
The errors.
I've never seen a stat where one of our boys has missed 6 tackles. I mean, but it is what it is. I just thought they fought what, man. I tell you, me and my son were watching it here together, and fuck.
What the fuck?
Like, man, my son's like, fuck, if they get another try, I'm leaving. And and me and him were literally sitting there like, oh my, we were shaking like, what the fuck? Just, and in that respect, I just thought, man, that was dope. We managed to come back. We kept them to 1 score in the whole second half. And I don't even, but what I liked at the end of the game is you see DC and he's just smiling. He's smiling. It was a dope game. That was a hard fought game. Neither of us, and see all the boys, they were on their knees at
they were gutted. The rest of the boys, both teams.
And a lot of the guys were fucking just sitting on the paddock. Like, man, Tohu looked gassed as fuck.
Even before Golden Point started, he looked fucked. And it was just like and then he fumbles it. You drop the ball and it's just like, bruh.
But that's so characteristic of Tohu. I mean, how many errors does that guy make a game? Fucking
none.
Not very often, man, does he make an error. And even when I saw that, I was like, it takes you by surprise because he's probably one of the more solid players.
I mean, it's a thin line between Tohu's best and Tohu's worst. There's fuck all. Like the way he plays. And so when he dropped that ball, but I just remember thinking before Golden Point kicked off and the camera panned to him, it was that look on his face was like, "Fuck!" You just gotta dig in, just gotta dig deep.
Just to pull out a couple of stats that were kind of focusing on us with all our errors. Yeah, we made 13 errors to their 10, but in terms of missed tackles, they missed 47. We missed 39.
Fuck,
that's crazy.
That's a lot, eh?
That's a lot of missed tackles from both sides.
That's shocking. Conditions, eh?
Yeah. Because was it raining from kickoff?
No.
No, but
No.
it obviously been raining during the day or the day before.
The day before it was raining, and then during the day it was on and off and on and off and on and off, right? So even 5 minutes before you go inside, we go in like not 5 minutes kickoff, but it was 5 o'clock kickoff, so we're going in at 4:30 or something, and it just pisses down. And then you go find your seat, and then it just stops and clear skies, and the sun comes out and it's baking.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of Auckland weathers.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry. Were there any fans? So were there fans walking out in that last 5 minutes when it looked like we were going to lose?
So just so that everyone knows, right? Fans always walk out in the last 5 to 10 minutes because we live in a shit city that has got shit transport situations, and we've got roads that are like the size of like a goat track. I reckon if we lived in a city where you could watch the game in its entirety and then walk somewhere and go catch a train, the whole place would still be packed. But every single game, you got people leaving 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before, because they need to get home. They need to do bedtimes, whatever they need to do, right? They need to. That's the reason, right? And that's
part of the reason, bro.
I think it's a big reason, bro, because like you're sitting. Otherwise, if you wait until the end, you're sitting in your car, in the car park for sometimes. Hey, Ty, you could be at that car park for an hour.
Oh,
you haven't even left, bro.
Damn.
You haven't even left the place, so it's that bad.
Yeah.
Or you leave, go onto the road, and then you're stuck on the road for half an hour because you've got all these cars, right? So yes,
a lot of the roads they close off. Like a lot of the roads they close off, so you have to walk.
No.
I know that twice I've had to, where I've got dropped off, they close the road. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Last time we had to walk all the way to McDonald's on the bridge.
Yeah.
Because we just
So I'm going to shout out to George Cameron. Can you buy all that factory space? Just buy up all those factories. Go ask Robbo for all his money. And Robbo just buys up all those factories, bro, and then just bust them all down and make apartments, and then all the fans can just go live there.
Yeah, I reckon you'd never have to leave.
It just the support, Nick. Like I'm sure there would have been some that left, and being a bit cold, some would have left early. Like hard to know who.
That's another reason.
But to be honest, I've left games 10 minutes early when we're up by 10, 12 because it's hard to get out. So
wow,
yeah. It's hard to stick around, and like sticking around for an hour, it sucks.
How many? So not that we can, but let's say we could compare numbers to the amount of people that leave when we're up by 12 and the amount of people that leave. Well, we're under by 12. Guaranteed to be more people leaving when we're under by 12, right? I understand people want to leave because of the situation with the traffic and whatnot, but there will be some that are leaving because the fair weather is fuck. Right?
Oh, there's some people that leave at halftime, Demi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because of the scoreline too, right?
They've gone there. Yeah. Oh, look, I think we have to just accept the fact as well, is like people are using the Warriors games as their night out now. It's like date night.
Yep. Biggest ticket in town, right?
It's the hottest ticket in town, my bro. And you'll have these groups of young wahine or young guys that are there just for the TikToks, and they're there just to have a good laugh and have a drink. Couldn't care less about the game. They couldn't care right there on their phones. Sweet ass. You paid your money, you can come in. Right? And those people might just leave anyway because they've had enough to drink or they want to go out into town. It is the hottest ticket in town right now, bro.
Yep. Yeah. No, you're right.
Hottest.
Yeah.
I will say this though, I've got a couple of friends that are Manly supporters. They were videoing our Warriors fans. They were leaving early and laughing, and then I started watching the stories after. Different story.
Good job.
So shout out to you guys. You know who you are. I was laughing at your stories because you guys thought you had it.
Yeah,
I thought you had it,
and rightly so, because I was like, we're fucked, bro. Like with 1 minute to go, we're on our goal line, and we only just made it to halfway, and it's just like, there's no way Shawnee's getting that drop goal, And that LI when he charged the kick, I thought, nah, good on you, Shawnee. What I didn't understand about that penalty was I thought the penalty was from where the infringement took place.
Yeah.
And so he took him right in front of the goalpost, and I was like, bro, wasn't he supposed to march back fucking 30 meters? And
is that the
clip? He was like, fuck, how far out? I said to myself, I was like, how far out are we? I was like, how far out? And he was like, nah, fucking in front. So I was
40 meters.
Yeah. and the amount of times that's happened, you know, those sort of calls never go our way. You know, we just, you know, the times we wish we did, but it was just like,
But we had to
wow. Even the
stand by it.
commentators are like, wow, really? And it was, yeah, that was out there, bro.
Take it
That
while
we
you can,
got a
eh?
call of that. Yeah, bro.
They had
Hard.
to stand by it, you know, because of what happened the previous week with Freddie, with you know, and in that cup game, they had to stand by it. They can't be fucking suspending one player for 6 weeks and then not even penalising the next player that comes along and does it. You know, yeah, yes, who knows? It might have been. Well, I don't think it was a bad because he obviously played.
Come on. It was he was being competitive, right? He's
Yeah,
just
Oh,
going
yeah.
for the ball, being competitive. We'll be playing touch. It'll be touch soon.
No, 100%. Like,
It'll
you
be
know,
touch.
everyone's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
fucking Sean Johnson deserves a fucking Academy Award. I'm like, yes, he does, but fucking,
Yeah.
you know, that's all good. You got to do what you got to do when you need, and
Like-
he fuck
like-
and
I love him. Thank you very much for staying down and milking that penalty. If had you not done that, we wouldn't have been having.
every player does it. I don't care what fucking team, you know, people saying, oh, blah, mate, every player and every team at crunch time like that will do what they need to do to get their fucking team a penalty, you know, or whatever it's going to take to get that win. And he did. And fucking, I salute you, Sean Johnson. Man.
It's probably
I was
coached
gonna
into them
say-
a little bit, right?
Oh,
Hey.
yeah, bro.
You know, it'll be
Absolutely.
coached into them. The coaches will be saying,
Yeah.
you know, if it's a situation like you've been hit high or whatever the fuck, stay the fuck down, give us the penalty.
And I'm wondering if like, you know, when they review the rules and stuff, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing the chasers being allowed to even just tackle the kickers high, like across the shoulders. Because if you can't attack the legs, surely you can attack from the waist up. But it's got to be clean. It's got to be a clean tackle, and just none of this fucking hitting them up top and then their legs flick over kind of bullshit.
You know what's going to happen then, though. You know what's going to happen
why
then.
a lot of players jump when they kick. Like Mitch Moses is the perfect example. He always does it. Every time he kicks on that last tackle, both feet will leave the ground, and he does. People reckon he does it intentionally, so that if he does get taken out, then he gets a penalty for his team.
And it looks way more dramatic too when you're in the air and you just get a little tip.
Yeah,
and your legs go. It looks way dramatic.
So
Ricky Stewart used to do that too. Ricky Stewart used to kick like that. He'd take it, but his punts were awesome. But yeah, he'd take a massive jump beforehand.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. The Manly's first try was fortuitous. I thought I'd better chuck that one out there. It was just a lucky bounce, you know. And DCE was in the right spot, right time. Because when I saw it the first time,
You mean the second try? You mean the second try?
Their first try.
Chucked it.
Turbo flicked it back in because I thought someone knocked it on.
Yep,
I was like, there's a knock on. And there just wasn't, you know, and it was just like, lucky bounce of the ball.
But DC was everywhere the entire game. Fuck, he just, you know, he won. He was just, fuck, his kicking was on, man. And he was just, even on attack, even on defence, man, he done some mean mahi out there, but so, Manly suck, and we got, you know.
Yeah, but that first try was also about 1 or 2 minutes after Jackson Ford dropped the ball.
Yeah. That disrupted tackle. So that's a new rule that's been brought in. Capewell going up to look like he was going to catch the ball and then pulls out. Because I just thought it was like, Turbo fucking fumbled. But then when they explained that rule, it was like, and luckily that came back and worked for us. Manly done a disruptor against us. So, but yeah, I just thought, okay. But had Capewell kind of carried on and looked like he was going to catch the ball, it would have been play on. And it would have been a knock on and we would have got the ball back. So, but the disruptor tackle. Had he kept them up, then it would have just been play on.
Why he actually pulled out of that play. I'm wondering if he was concerned about player welfare or, you know, didn't want to make contact with Turbo. Because I was like, why didn't you just keep fucking fighting, you know, like going for the ball? But anyway, it was probably a brain fart on his part, who knows, but we'll definitely remember that for next time. You know, if you're going to go up for the ball, make sure you just, you know, you go all the way. Don't pull out halfway through and risk getting a penalty.
Keep competing.
Yeah. One of those hit-ups that Dylan done, and I think it was in the first half, and he got smashed, three
he
of the
dropped the
Manly
ball.
players, and he dropped the ball.
Mm.
Like again on review, I think it was the winger, and it looked like the winger made contact with Dylan's head, with his shoulder, and I was like, again, the ref was just letting shit slide, just different, kind of because I watched it twice, and I just thought, why wasn't that pulled up, kind of thing. Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
but this
ref was
weekend's
average.
game, or the last couple of weekends games, like, because you know how every year like shit changes and the refs concentrate on one thing. Like this year it's the leg lift, like when they're in the tackle, you can't, once they're on the ground, you can't fucking lift their leg or whatever.
Yeah,
So that's the new hot thing this year. And I've noticed like this weekend's games, there seem to be, and I know this sounds weird, less penalties. Like they're kind of calming down on these head highs. Yeah, like I watched all the games this weekend, and there were a lot of tackles that should have been pulled up because they looked quite high, but they weren't. So I'm wondering, are you concentrating on, other things now? Does that make sense? Because like every year, shit changes. They concentrate on one, like, oh, okay, like last year it was the hip drop. Now this year it's like, fuck, you don't even hear about it now.
Mm.
It's gone to the leg lift.
There was a nasty one. Oh,
what's
Campbell.
that?
Jaden Campbell wasn't he? Didn't flipping Townsend just last week get Jaden Campbell in a hip drop?
Oh,
You didn't see that one?
Galvin was one. The Tigers.
Not last week,
Okay.
just gone. The weekend before. And he was
Okay.
off. He was off straight away.
Oh,
He would have just been coming back too, old Campbell, from injury.
Yeah, he was back.
damn.
I could play against the Bulldogs, yeah.
Jazz's sorry, not Jazz. SJ has kicked that only just got out. We get a penalty. He kicked it, and you could hear him go, "Fuck!"
He
And
rushed it, man.
And Manly were chasing the kick, and luckily it rolled out, man. But again, just those little mistakes are just like, ooh. But he was lucky, bro, because he Manly played at that again. It was just like play on. But yeah, that kick was just like, bruh, you never see Shawnee do that, So
he didn't have a great game either. Well, in regards to his kicking, sorry, he didn't have a great game. But he done everything else really well. But yeah, in regards to his kicking, I don't think it was.
Oh, just to backtrack. Sorry, Tom. Just to backtrack. Mel in the comments said apparently the penalty was taken from where the ball landed. We're talking about SJ's attempted drop goal. So
but he
wherever,
landed right in front of the goalpost.
So wherever the ball lands, according to the Aussie commentators, is where the bloody penalty gets taken.
Because I'm pretty sure it landed to the left of the goalpost.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So if it comes off the side of his foot, right, and goes backwards, does that mean the guy's got to go back there?
Well, it's usually the case when it's penalties when a half kicks it and then gets tackled there, and they take it where the ball lands to. But I don't know if that's the same for the drop goal. I only thought it was for just normal in the play kicks, which I feel drop goal is not the same.
Yeah.
So, hey, we'll take it. Who cares about the rules? We'll take it.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
And you could hear the crowd because everyone's listening to the ref, but the crowd started getting louder and louder and louder, and then it was like, and the whole place was like, yeah. It was like, mate, that was just incredible. The fact we got that call. Sorry, I was going to add too. When Chance took that quick tap, and he made that bust. He just didn't see Tamati on his right. But to be fair, Manly had the pair of them covered, So it was a good break. And instead of kicking, had he passed, we might have made another maybe 10, 15. Lucky to make maybe another 20 meters. But it was, again, you just don't see those sort of things.
No, it wasn't onto a guy because he literally just fucking ripped the ball out of whoever's hand.
Pew!
Yeah, he was just gone. He just grabbed it and he was off. And I was like, that's just what you call fucking good IQ footy, I suppose, in a way. Like just, playing to the whistle. The ref didn't stop. So he was just, I'm off, man, I'm out. And that's really good when players are taking the initiative to change the momentum of the game.
Yeah.
And he did that. There were a lot of players. Well, I thought Chance was fucking awesome, man, especially in that last 20 minutes and in the golden point, the 10 minutes of the golden point. Fuck, he was huge.
He got over 300 meters, running meters, and I was just like,
300 and-
what the fuck? That
So
was
both Kiwi fullbacks, like with Chance and Joey Manu, I think Joey Manu run 360,
Break the
370.
record, eh?
Yeah, broke the record in
damn,
NRL history, for run meters,
damn.
and now
talking about money.
so
Mm.
at 350 through almost 360, I think it is, and that
Was that because he was playing fullback on that game? Obviously, because he's
Oh.
centre, right?
Tedesco's out.
yeah,
So then,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Chance's Chance's intercept try. The only other Warrior tracking him was Capewell. So again on review, Capewell was and then the next closest was Tom Ali, and Tom Ali was way behind. So you got two forwards following you. It's like, where the fuck's everyone else? But yeah, again, it was like Capewell, because Capewell was spotting him, and as soon as he got their ball, he got him between him and he was probably the next guy behind. I think was it DCE or Turbo that was tracking Dallin. When Dallin scored, I think there was DCE and then there was Capewell behind him. Yeah, and it was just like, but again, their footy IQ, Capewell, I thought he had a good game, but just that awareness side of it. Because had Dallin decided to flick it back inside, there was no one else. There was DCE and no one else. So he could have improved that kick. We missed out on what was it, 4 points? It would have made a difference, but yeah, interesting.
Is the ball heavier or something when it's wet? Because I was like, fuck, because like we're only like last week we were putting it in. SJ was putting it in their 10 or our 10, and but last on Saturday night it was only making the 20. So they were having an advantage there. I mean, yeah, but apart from that, I just thought I'm sure everyone on the team made errors on Saturday.
Oh, I don't know about everyone, but
they all fucking missed tackles. We know that much, but that's all right. They're going to go back this week. They're going to do their video work and fucking look over, those bad parts, obviously, and hopefully go over to fucking wherever.
I'll tell you who didn't miss a tackle, and that's Rocco Berry.
Yeah, Chance didn't miss him. Oh, 5. Who made the 5 tackles 0 misses? Chance, wasn't it?
Chance.
I was like, how the fuck you only make 5 tackles? Because, bro, he was
everywhere.
Yeah. All right. But yeah.
RTS just had a, 2001st game coming out with the kids. It's just, I'm sure he's kicking himself going. He never wants to see that game again. He wants to bury that game.
His kids are hardcore cheering for him.
Very uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
Because when RTS kicked off, this was when the minutes were clicking right down. So, and he kicked off, and he only kicked it to like the 20. And was SJ spraying him? Because did you see when SJ went in and made the tackle? It might have been, I can't. And then he turned. You could see SJ turn around. And he was saying something to someone. I was like, is he going off for RTS? Like, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Put it down there.
Yeah. I saw Aiden gave someone a spray as well. There was one of those tackles, and he I might have been, but he got up and he was fucking angry. And I was like, you never see that guy do that. Yeah.
I'm out of here.
That's good though, isn't it? When you can hold your brothers or your teammates accountable and be like, bro, and then go into the sheds at full time and not fucking not throw a wobbly about it. We'll pick a team.
Don't hold a grudge.
Just take it on the chin and be like, sorry, Bolt. Like Jad Savannah, apparently, he said sorry about last week. Did anyone else hear this in the commentary?
No, but that's cool if you did.
Yeah. Apparently, I've seen a couple of posts saying that when he went off injured, that he said to his teammates, "I'm sorry about last week."
Well,
wow.
Sure.
If someone knows more about it, if any,
let us know
in the comments, because I did see that on Facebook on two different posts that he apologized.
Good comment here from somebody, but yeah, I massively agree with you, Nilinisik. Why is missing Walker and Yukuri? Anybody got any news on Walker when he's back?
I think I said about 2 more weeks, wasn't it?
Apparently against the
2
Titans.
more weeks.
Anzac.
Anzac.
Back. Yeah, Anzac game. He's back.
Yeah.
Anzac Day.
So
Okay.
technically 2 games away, I guess.
And
Yeah.
you caught it?
New Kōrero, he was a while, wasn't
A
he?
while, eh?
Yeah, 8 weeks.
Yeah,
Was him?
which is a shame because we do miss him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but bro,
Yeah.
it's like, oh fuck, I'm always scrolling on fucking social media. But then someone on another Warriors fan page posted a video. Now I'm not sure if this is an old video, maybe when Marata was playing for the Eels, but they've got a video. But it was posted on the Warriors fan page, and it was like, bro, are you sure this guy's injured and he's in a club, like with a bottle in his hand, fucking having a dance on the dance floor. Hat, shades, yeah, man. And they're like,
I just
ain't this going
got to be
to
an old video, that one.
Yeah, surely. I was
Can you
like,
imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine in this environment?
Yeah, because I was like, hey, is this real? Is this like, is someone just shit stirring?
Yeah.
You know,
Most likely. Yeah.
well, I hope
Most
so.
likely.
Fuck.
There's a side of me that's like, you know what? Whatever the players do on their own time outside of the club and the game and all the rest of it, it's their business.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's obligations and you want to be aware of that stuff, but mate, no,
You
I
just
think
have a
it's
party
bullshit.
in your garage at home, bro. Don't be going out there and letting everyone see you. You know, keep it on the D-lows and just fucking have a hoopla in your garage.
Yeah. SJ's bomb that hit the goalpost. We had 3 Warriors overrun there.
Tohu was one
Roger,
of them, I
Jacko,
think.
and Tamati.
Roger,
Tamati. Jacko, and Tamati. Yeah, and by the time the rest of the team got there, was just like, fuck. We had the numbers, but again, I was just like, mate.
That's opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And whether he was aiming for that or not, because the many players had it covered, but it was just like,
fuck, if he was aiming for it and he got it, that's fucking impressive, bro. Seriously,
bro. Yeah,
I think that was purely accidental.
Yeah. But even SJ's try, that was a throwback to like 2011, man. Admittedly a slower version, but the way because he ran from the 40-meter mark and just kind of spotted the gap, split them open, stepped inside. And it looked like he was surprised, but he made it. And it was just
funny
like,
how
shot, bro.
It's funny how defenders like stand off, or not stand off, but I mean, what am I trying to say? It's like they're looking at players like that. And they just seem to just run through and everyone's looking and just looking and looking and looking. And next minute they score a try. And this is
That's
like,
right, I got a job to do.
I didn't try and step to him. He just kind of pretty much stood there, but just trying to, like, he just bent side. He just went like that.
Yeah, but Turbo's looking at him and he's got like 3 or 4 other manly dudes around him.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to be a bit confusing.
Yeah.
How the fuck was the number 15 for Manly? I forget his name. Was it Bullymore or something? How the fuck was he on the field for so long? When he's like pissing blood every fucking where?
Yeah, but
bro,
but
what the fuck?
He got tackled. He got tackled, and the ref just played on. Like, you know.
Yeah. I remember. So the trainer was patching him up, taping him up, and whatnot. And you can still see like pissing blood everywhere. And then they pack a scrum, and the referee looks at him and says something, and he has a laugh about it. I'm like, fuck, send him in the fucking bin, man. You can't have him out there bleeding like that.
Yeah. It was pretty full on.
He got
Health and safety.
I think that happened when he went in to make the tackle on, was it AFB?
It felt like it was pretty early in the game, anyhow.
Yeah. Real early.
He went to make a tackle, so it wasn't
5 minutes, 10 minutes or something.
I think he did it himself. So I'm not.
He punched himself.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but Barney, there were like sprays. He sprayed. Who did he spray? He smashed someone in the tackle, and but I think it was his opposite. He smashed their Manly prop and forced the error, but then but Barney was just all over him, man. It was like shot, bro. And then Barney was involved with the tackle where they drove the winger back, and again he sprayed the winger. And I was like, I love
Polo.
Yeah, I love his competitive edge. He was sticking it to them, bro.
Yeah.
He was just giving them shit.
But what about
Love it.
Matu? Fuck, he was a beast.
Mm.
Shit,
Yeah.
man, that guy was just digging his fucking legs in. I mean, guy had three warriors
Easy
there,
yards.
and he's still
Yeah.
fucking meters.
Easy yards. He was making
Yeah,
easy yards.
man.
Yeah.
He was on.
Good.
It was frustrating. Yeah. That was frustrating to watch.
They found it really hard to put him down. I was like, fucking, that was three of our big boys on him, and they still couldn't even fucking stop him. But we all knew, we said it last week, we knew that this was going to be a battle of the forwards, and it definitely was.
Yeah. Yep.
But
even that offload from Chance to Wade when he popped the ball back and Wade was looking that way and
oh yeah,
off
that
his
was
chest, and I was like,
gutted.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
There's just
That
some
was a
forced,
beautiful
Expected.
offload, man.
couple of
Yeah.
forced errors. They were just forcing. Yeah, they were just panic football
Yeah.
kind of thing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we discussed that last week about this panic passing. And
Yeah.
sometimes, man, just, like even when Chance did kick the ball, even though that was going into half time, wasn't it? When he kicked the ball, but it's like sometimes it just pays to take the tackle, you know,
Yeah.
especially
Yep.
if it's only the third or fourth man and you're, just take the tackle, play it
Yeah.
safe, fucking, But obviously the game's fucking running at a lot higher speed than how, than what we perceive it to be. But yeah, just, yeah.
Even SJ's pass to Dallin, that last
Mhm.
pass when we scored, fuck.
Yeah.
Because he drew the two defenders
Yeah.
and still flicked it out there because Dallin actually wasn't there. Dallin was just only just starting to wrap around, and it was just like I don't know, they just know each other, and it's just like, bro, it was yeah, that was again on review. It's kind of like, bro, those two when they pull off those sorts of plays, well, I think it was last year when Dallin was getting driven out and he flicked it back inside,
Yeah,
and Shawnee was there
in that Gold
against
Coast
the
game.
Titans.
Yeah.
And it's just like instinctive, that whole Shawnee drew the defender because they looked like they had him, and he still managed to. It was almost like a Hail Mary.
They did have him.
Yeah,
There's three of them.
and
I
he
think there's
still
about
got the
three of them,
ball
wasn't
out.
there?
That was the
and
last
it's like,
try.
mate.
It was the one in the 79th minute, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we
Something like
scored, and then it's just like, oh my god, when
I know.
because straight off, I'm thinking we've lost. It's like we put up a good fight, blah blah blah, and then Golden Point kicks off. Oh, that penalty, sorry, we get there, but it was just outrageous, that penalty. And I think
hey,
good on
man.
him for milking it.
Yeah,
Good on him for milking it.
because I was thinking, what fuck? Because you see him, like, especially when they done the slow mo, you see him hit the leg, but you can still see him looking up, following the ball, following the ball, and then he realised he's been hit, and his face goes, oh, like fucking 5-10 seconds after he's been, he's like, oh,
delayed reaction.
oh, fuck,
Yeah.
I'll take the dive. But I was cracking up. I was like, oh, too much, all right, And
oh yeah. But those Golden Point, even those 2 5-minute halves, it was hectic, man. That was hardcore. Like both teams were gutted. Even though DCE was smiling, I think he knew that he'd been in a really good game. But when the camera panned out, a lot of them were like, both teams were like, "Fuck, we should have won that game."
I'm sure Manly supporters are probably even more gutted than us.
Yeah,
because they were the better team. The better team on the night.
Yeah, Lorenzo would have been holding that flag, bro.
Fuck, it was 16-0 after what? Half now? 16-0, was it? Because we didn't score our first try until the fucking 30th.
It was late. Yeah, it was late. Yeah.
So,
it was a well fought.
And then we came back to draw at 22-all. Yeah.
Did you have anything else you wanted to cover off tonight, guys, or real any kind of stats you wanted to cover off before we get into the Wollongong, going over to Wollongong to play the Dragons?
The Gong. Well, funny you should ask, bro. Nah. So I was looking it up and I was thinking, how many times have the Warriors drawn a game? Including the weekend gone, we've had 10 draws in the last 30 years. So this year, 2019, the 1 draw each, and then in 2009, 2007, 2001 and 2000, we had 2 draws per season. The most famous draw was in 2009, our very first Anzac Day game, 14-all against the Storm, Olympic Park. So yes, because it just got me thinking, how many times have we actually drawn? But I was trying to find out if we've actually drawn against Manly, and I don't think we have. So yeah, that's I don't know, three every year supposedly going by that stat. But yeah, just thought I'd chuck that one out there, bro.
Nice one, bro. It's a nice little stat. Did you look up how many times we've beaten the Dragons?
We've actually had, funnily enough, bro, we've had some good wins against them too. And then they kind of dominated us for good, I think up until 2018. They pretty much had our number.
Yep.
But again, the Dragons are one of those clubs like what's the young fella's name? The Schuster that plays for Manly. It looks like he's fallen out. Yeah, he's fallen out. Lomax has fallen out with the Dragons, and it's just like, all these fucking dramas going on outside of the game.
Has Lomax fallen? Has he still fallen out with the Dragon? I thought he wanted to.
No,
he's been playing.
He wants out, bro. He wants out.
But he's been playing really well though. Yeah. He's been scoring tries. He's
Yeah.
Because he done that positional switch to winger, which apparently he's not happy about. But I'm sure he just signed with the Eels, didn't he, for 4 years on quite good money too.
That's the rumour. I'm not sure if it's confirmed yet, but yeah. About $600K a year or something, I think I read.
Damn.
Good on.
Also taking a pay cut.
Who's that? The Dragons?
Sure.
No, Zach Lomax. But yeah, Josh, just interesting. I was like, fuck. I think the doggies or Tigers maybe. Someone needs.
He was the bee's knees. Yeah, he was the bee's knees a couple of years ago.
800K. I'm sure he's on 800K and he's fucking playing in reserve grade, man. Like,
wow.
He's on Bitcoin.
Yeah. Damn.
And that's for a reserve grade player. I'm like, oh, come on.
And when you look at the depth, sorry, you look at the depth that Manly have in their halves, in their forwards. There's fucking not much space for him, especially at the form he's playing at. So I understand getting rid of him, to be honest, especially on that kind of coin.
Yeah.
Did any of you fellas end up catching the highlights or watching the Doggies and Storm game? Because that game was legit for me, probably the best one of the weekend.
Yeah, I watched the highlights, but
fuck, that was a good game, man.
The Storm only just won, eh?
Yeah, but it's the third time. It's the third time this season the one in the last few minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I said that to my son. I was like, and he was like, "Oh fuck the Bulldogs." I was like, "Don't
the
count
clutch team,
man." I was like, I was like, I keep anything they'll fucking score in these, and sure enough,
to find a way.
That team, They're just
find a way.
That plays to that final whistle, and they do it so well. And I mean, we've got them later on in the season too at home, which I'm, Anyway,
it's against the Storm.
Yeah, we've got a home game
with them. Yep, we're going to stick it to them, Tans. We're going to stick it to them.
I think we will too.
That is June the 15th.
No, it's a couple of months away. Because when's our first bye? Is it round 9? Our first bye?
It's
round 13.
It's bloody miles away.
Yeah, round 13.
Miles away. Origin week.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the whole cup team would have had a run by then.
Well, it would have been interesting to see who debuts it, because surely, I mean, obviously we're going to have a debut from someone out of cup, because no Bunty, no Jazz, so that only leaves CHT and Tomalu.
Damn.
Who are our usual bench players? So.
Is Zion available?
I think because we need a big body, We need some weight on that bench, so it might be him and.
Going. Kalani. Is he injured or is he playing? Yeah.
I think we could see Zion, maybe in tennis style with Smith, or I could be Lika Halasingma, because I've seen Bunty, not Bunty, sorry, what's his name, Monty. Say really good things about him, but apparently he was wretched on the weekend. I don't know what happened there, but I don't know, penalties. But anyway, be interesting to see who debuts.
We've got Dragons and Titans next. Titans can't buy a win at the moment. They literally cannot buy a win, and your team Raiders are, I'd say, pretty lucky, bro. Like,
Oh, fuck, yeah. I
something
honestly
needs
thought I
to
was about to
change,
see
bro.
a second draw that weekend, eh? That was nuts, man.
Something needs to
Yeah.
change with that team, bro. They seem to go out in the lead and then just the wheels fall off.
To be
Steve Young.
honest, like I haven't seen many Titans games this year, but the commentators were talking about how well the Titans were defending against the Raiders. So maybe they are coming out of their little rut. I'm not too sure.
I've actually got that game on pause right now. I'm just looking at my TV screen and it's paused, ready to watch the last 20 minutes of it.
It's a good game.
To watch the Raiders and Titans game, yeah.
Yep.
There were a
I
lot
reckon. Go, Tons.
No, you go.
The Titans for the Anzac Day game.
Mm.
That's gonna be a big game, bro. I reckon the Titans will definitely step up for it. It's our first one because the Titans are the only other team we've played on Anzac Day, and they beat us last time. So
True.
you know, it's that's gonna be a that'll be an interesting game. Not to be taken lightly.
I think we'll pass on that game. Our first Anzac Test back at home for a number of years. The atmosphere is going to be fucking huge. Like,
but that's what I mean.
Loud.
The only other time we've had an Anzac Day game here was against the Titans. So it's going to be a I reckon they'll step up for it. You know, and again, I haven't seen the Titans play the last 6 rounds, but it'll be one of those games they target, as a calendar event for them, you know, and because it's the whole atmosphere on Anzac Day anyway, you know, and hopefully it becomes a real kind of full-on tradition between us and them, you know. So but it'll be a good game.
Are those tickets sold out already as well?
I don't know.
As soon as I think going off the last how many home games we had, 3 or 4 rounds at home. I think going off the
over 20,000, bro. Yeah.
I think as soon as they go on sale, you're dumb not to get one because you ain't getting one in 24 hours time. That's just how it's happening. So great for the club. Unfortunately, you know, not everyone can come, and that's fine. But you know, I think it's amazing for the club. But forget about Titans. Did anyone watch the Dragons and Tigers on the weekend?
Bits and pieces,
Some
actually.
of it, yeah, same.
It was a good game.
Well, good game for Dragons. Dragons won the game. I feel like
by 12 points.
Yeah, but like both teams are like I don't know, they're just hot and cold, eh? Obviously, that's the reason why they're always down at the bottom. But I actually thought Tigers were going to get up. But when you look at the stats, it was quite even. But like Tigers actually look a bit more better in the stats. But yeah, Dragon just took the opportunities in that game.
They could because they play quite a similar style of footy. Well, because they, like you said, Ty, they are those teams that are really fucking, you know, bipolar. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Is the style of footy struggling? Is that the name of the style of footy? Bad joke.
Hey, listen, you know, we're winning now, so we can say these jokes.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
Because we've been on the end of these jokes. We've been on the end of these jokes
for fucking years, for decades, bro, for decades.
We've been in the butt of the jokes for a long time.
Yes, we have.
So you may as well enjoy it while it lasts.
I mean, they've got some good names on paper, the Dragons, you know, but like a lot of their players, I think, are quite.
I watched.
Like I even look at Michaele. Is it him? Ravalawa?
Yeah, winger.
Yeah, I actually think he's a bit, I don't know, like just lackluster, a lot of them. You know, like Francis and Michael Molo, you know, I just don't, you know, whilst their names, it might look good on paper, I just don't think as a team they can just, there's just something not quite.
I did watch that game, their first game, highlights of their first games against the Titans. And it was round 1. They smoked the Titans, but I think they played either the Broncos or the Dolphins in the next game.
And got pumped,
And got pumped like 30-something nil.
Yeah.
you know. And then I think the Cowboys after that, I think. But yeah, I haven't watched too many of their games. But like you said, Ty, a bit hot and cold.
Yeah, and they
Oh,
beat Manly.
They even beat Manly.
Yeah, they beat Manly 2012.
Right.
Yeah, and they actually, like, when watching their game, like, I actually think they beat them comfortably too. So they're weird. You know, it's like, what team are we going to get showing up? They could beat us too, but then we could pump them by 40.
It's just so hard to tip you know, it's so hard to tip a winner these days, man. Like it's just, yeah, fuck.
You want those predictions, Nick?
Let's go, people.
I'll lead them out, eh?
Oosh.
I reckon we'll beat them 34-18. They'll score 2 tries in the first half and 1 in the second.
I write these down, not because anyone's going to be right, only because next week I want to read them out at the beginning.
Yeah. You have a good laugh.
So, hold on. Leo is going 34-18. Hey, why don't we go first try scorer as well?
Okay.
Have a think about it, Leo. I'll come back to you.
All right.
I'll go just to give you guys a bit of time. I don't know, like, I think what's the fullback's name? Tyrell Sloan. When I've watched the highlights, he's looking good, like, compared to what he was last year. I haven't seen him tackle anyone, but I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him on attack.
Defense is suspect.
I don't know. I've seen him on attack, and he's actually looking bigger now. Like he's actually, you know, hit the gym a little bit more.
Sure.
Lomax is he's a try scoring machine apparently at the moment.
He's been doing well. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go away. All right, I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be a tight game. It's gonna be 22-12.
Sure.
22-12.
Lomax is one of those guys that gets up for the Warriors too.
And first
the
try
last
scorer,
couple of times we've played them.
Yeah.
Is he your first try scorer?
He's
Our
my
try
first.
scorer?
He's my first try scorer.
Of the whole game, or do you mean the team of the game? First
of the
try
game.
scorer?
Yeah, of the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lomax will score the first try, but we're gonna win. We're gonna win 22-12. So
sure.
Anyone up next?
Yeah, I'll go, bro. So I'm thinking the Warriors, they're going to be a little bit jaded to begin with after their Golden Point draw. So I'm going to go with Warriors winning 28-16. And I think Sean Johnson's first try scorer.
Ooh.
Yes, Jay.
I was going to say my one will be Aiden, bro. First try scorer.
Yeah, cool.
Is it me or has Aiden been a bit quiet in the last 6 rounds? Was that another topic?
No, he was. I thought he was. Yeah. I thought Barney was definitely the alpha on Saturday.
Yep, I'd agree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, not a bit. You know, Eden still took a few runs, but I haven't checked stats in ages. But anyway, back to this. St. George. I might go for a big. Yeah, I'm wondering 36-12.
Nice.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 36-12.
It's gonna be one of those ones, you reckon?
I'll go Mick Barnett for the first try scoring.
Oh, I'd love to see him go over.
Yeah, same.
You know, not only be the alpha, but also grab a try.
Yeah.
36-12 tons. Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, bro. I'll change my try scorer. I'll go Tohu. Tohu first try scorer.
Good on Matua.
He never goes looking for it. I reckon it'll come his way.
Nice.
Tohu 34. Still 34-18 or?
Yep. Yeah, bro. 34-18.
Is it me next? Am I the last one?
Yeah, bro.
You, bro.
Yeah. Even though they're hot and cold, the fact that we turned out against the Rabbitohs, you know, away and played really well over there, I actually think we're going to play well over there too. So I'm going to go 34-10 to the Warriors.
Oosh.
Nice.
And I'm going to go. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to go Marcelo Montoya on the corner.
Marcelo had so much to do to try and get that ball over on the left-hand side, but he backed himself. But
look.
That was tackle 4, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
When it's raining,
and he didn't do it again.
That ball going out to the edge. Does anyone else go? Oh fuck, no.
He was miles.
Please cut him.
Yeah.
Because you just, I'm just like, brother, like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you
He
going
was
out?
miles away. Anyway,
Miles.
He only, to be fair, he only made that mistake once. Because
Yeah.
then he got
That's-
another feed
that's
like
what I
that
mean.
and he cut back
Straight back
inside.
in.
So,
He did learn from it.
yeah.
After that ball like, was like 10 meters in from the sideline, like it just didn't go out. And that's what I meant about condensing that area, right?
Yeah.
Got to, you know, 5 meters in from each sideline, so you've only got whatever that is left
Yeah.
to play in.
In order for that
Sorry,
fella
bro.
to score, though. Oh, go on, bro.
Nick,
Go on. Yep.
just doing a shout out to the Warriors under 17 Harold
Ooh.
Matthews Cup team.
Oh, yes.
They beat the Eels on the weekend 30-20.
Nice.
They're playing a semi this weekend against the Doggies. Doggies are first, and we were sixth. We only just stuck in. So congratulations to the young fellas. I hope they stick into the
Congratulations, boys.
Doggies. But if they win, they're off to the GF. So
Beautiful.
Let's go.
big game for our under 17s. Hope
Let's go.
they get the dub. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Nice one, boys.
Yeah, bro.
Massive respect to you guys.
They're a future, bro. They're a future.
Future's looking bright.
Massively. Those are some nice scores. 34-18 Real, Nick 22-12. 34-18 to Real and Tohu gonna cross over.
Yeah, bro.
I reckon Ben Lomax is gonna cross over first, 22-12. Damien 28-16 SJ, Twinkle Toes, Tans 36-12, Big Barney and Ty 34-10. Ooh, Marcelo Montoya. Okay,
Sure.
here we have it.
I can definitely see that happening. Because who's out on those? See, we'll wait till tomorrow. Team list
Ooh.
Tuesday.
You gonna do your team list Tuesday tomorrow, Ho?
Yeah. I'll just
Sure, Tons.
because my laptop's like fucking made in the Stone Age, man. I need to upgrade.
Is it a tablet?
I'm sure that's just But anyway, it's going to be really interesting to see who debuts for us, to see what we pretty much know who the 1 to 13 is going to be every day of the week. We know our starting 13, so it's going to be interesting to see who's on that interchange. More than likely, we'll see CHT and Tommy Ali in there, so it'll just be interesting who those other two bench spaces are going to be for.
Actually, the bro Levon over at Wise Up pointed something out pretty well. I think he said that, because I missed it at the game, CHT was playing in the middle and lock for a little while. Did you guys see that as well?
Oh, when Tohu came off, was that when he came off for that short stint of 5 minutes?
I don't know. I missed it.
5 minutes, maybe a bit longer. I thought, man, look, I so appreciate CHT coming off the bench. I think he's been awesome, even though he's only played, I think he only played minutes. Yeah, bugger all minutes, but he's really stepping up. Even his kicking, man, like considering the guy's been on for a whole year and he's only had one preseason back so far, I'm just like, bro, you're actually doing really well. And
he was running like a second row.
Yeah, man.
You know, he was running straight and hard, man. Yeah. Like, mate.
And he just got that energy, like, you know, and you so need that in those last 10, 15 minutes of the game. You need that energy. And if they don't, I suppose, you know, CHT ain't big by any means, but he definitely brought energy off the bench, and I just appreciate that he's a part of, you know, our interchange. I think he's been really good.
Massive impact.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Those positions, a half, a hooker, even a lock, you know, even playing in the middle. So it's really good, and he's really he's been an awesome replacement for Dylan Walker.
Yeah, I just want to see him smoke someone, bro. I want to see him fucking cut someone in half.
Because those tackles,
Did you? He done an interview. It was him and was it him and Timaiti or him and someone on Sulo? Was it Sulo or really, whatever his name is? And he was saying that this is when Nathan Brown was the coach, and you know we seen the hit CHT put on some of those players. Man, he just fucking tried to snap them in half. And he said that Nathan Brown actually pulled him up on it and said, "Bro, you can't stop doing that. You're a half."
Oh, true.
Halves don't tackle like that. You're just going to hurt yourself. So don't do it.
That's what it was. He didn't want him injured, pretty much. And he's just putting so much physicality into those tackles, and it's probably going to matter before he does fuck himself over. So that's why.
Yeah, that's what Nathan reckons. I need, you know, you're a half. Halves don't hit like that. And I'm like, well, Yeah,
This one does.
but
Yeah.
hey, exactly, this one does. And mate, you know, people it's players like that sell tickets, that put bums in seats because that's why they want to come and watch them because they want to
And you
see
can-
the tickets.
You can get injured doing absolutely fucking nothing at all, damn near, right?
Yeah.
So you can't wrap yourself in
Yeah.
cotton wool too much.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They,
hey, but when they said Jazz was coming off, I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck happened? Did he hurt himself in the tackle or something?
No, it was the hit up. So he scored. They kicked off. He done the first hit up, and he just got up limping. And I was like, wow.
Hamstring.
And that was the end. Yeah. And I was like,
Just
wow.
not stretching.
Yeah, it's like, mate. I was gonna say too, Chanel, because I'm pretty sure it was against Manly, where a couple of years ago when he fucking smashed Turbo, but Turbo didn't see him coming, and it was such a good hit, bro.
Yeah.
So
And
another one of those highlight reels.
I bet you a lot of us are waiting, like when we see him, like I know I do when I see him come on, I'm just anticipating when he's going to smash someone. Like, I'm just like, come on, Chanel. Like, but yeah, obviously, you know, yeah. But,
Taking that out of his game, probably.
well, I hope not.
Hope
Because
not.
that's one thing that we all love about CHT is the fact that he's by far the biggest bloke on the field, but fuck, he can hit like one, that's for sure.
Maybe the opposition's a bit scared to be running at him like that, though, eh?
I
Wow.
haven't seen someone hit a hard front door line on him yet, so let's wait for one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Must see it on the weekend. Is it on the weekend? No, Friday, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah,
Friday night.
Yeah, it's a
Friday
Friday
night,
night.
8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
yeah,
All
nice. Don't have to fucking
Should be good, eh?
because literally at work on Saturday, I done all my prep by lunchtime for the following day. So I was like, fuck this, mate. Getting in Sunday, like at lunchtime, and then I was motoring. I was like, right, mop, sweet, fucking
See ya.
sorting out all my clothes for the next day, you know, and then come 10 to 5, because I texted my son earlier in the day. I was like, son, be here at 10 to 5. Sweet as. And then I was running the stuff back to the cleaning cupboard. I looked out the doors and I seen my son parked across the road. I was like, yep, I'm out. 10 to 5, I'm out. Later, bro. We got home, like, legit, fucking just as, you know, like pretty much, they were coming out onto the field.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So you sprinted to get out there, then the first 20 minutes, you're like, oh, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
I ran home for this.
Yeah. Oh, I was just like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
But, it was a great game. Like, I haven't seen a game like that, and I mean
Stressful.
between any two teams in the competition, I haven't seen a game like that where it's
Stressful.
gone. Yeah,
Character.
man.
The character from our boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
To dig deep, to stay in the game, to not give up, to not put not throw their toys out, to bit of luck involved, but you make your own luck.
Yep.
You make your own luck when you're
Exactly,
working that
bro.
hard.
And again, only 2 years ago, we finished 15th out of 16 teams. So to see where we are 2 years later, it's just like, fuck, man.
Different waters.
The mental shift, You know, and Uncle's a big part of that, you know, but just the belief, you know, and they back themselves. Yeah, got a bit helter-skelter, but definitely luck involved. But it's just awesome to see where they're at now.
Hey, and another positive is that a lot of teams above us, like we're 6 on the table now, but there's a few teams above us, Storm, that have all had their first buys already. You know, and they've only played
Sharks are top of the ladder, aren't they?
But they've had a buy.
Yeah.
No, so we're in a good position, really, considering we've played. And we, I mean, fuck, we don't get a buy till round 13. So
that's what I said. Half the cup team.
Half
the cup team will have a run by then.
We're halfway there. There.
But
so that buy is going to come in really handy, depending on where we are on the board come round 13. So, I mean, that's a long way away yet anyway. But yeah, I mean,
like we've got Dragons, Titans, Knights, Roosters. I'm looking forward to that game. And then Panthers, and then Dolphins, then the bye.
When do we play the Broncos next, bro?
Bro, Broncos aren't coming till round 17 at Go Media Stadium.
Wow, really?
One week after we play the Titans.
Wow.
So we've got the Knights. So we've got what? What did you say? Dragons, Titans, Knights, Roosters.
All right.
Yep.
Can you imagine?
And then the Panthers.
And then the Panthers.
Wouldn't it be
Mm.
good
And
to
that's-
see Joey Manu and Chance Nickel Cookstad go up against each other though? Or I hope Teddy gets injured again just so we can watch that. Nah, sorry.
And that's round 11. That's round 11. We're going to hit the Panthers too.
Mm.
So we're going to hit them usually when they're sorting everything out. They're
Oh,
looking-
is it Magic Round? Magic Round?
Yep.
It's a Suncorp. Yeah. Ooh, that'll be a goodie, bro.
Yep.
That'll be a goodie.
Yep. So it's going to be a juicy next 5 rounds, Fano. So
Mm.
we'll keep bringing you these little corridors.
I was gonna say,
Right.
Go on.
I was just gonna say something funny. I know how you were just saying, Real, that only so many years ago we were sitting at 15th or 14th. Well, if we lose this week and the teams that are all sitting on 6 or win, we could easily be at 14th. Even though
You
it's
don't want that shit
early.
again.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
early,
yeah.
but you know,
It's
that's
only
how
round
easy it
7.
could all change.
It's only round 7.
Yeah.
Stop, Ty.
True, yeah.
Stop for that.
No pressure. No pressure, boys. No pressure.
Yeah. Mate.
I can't see them coming out and performing like that again. Like, obviously, the talk in the changing room. Definitely, I
Anything's
doubt
possible.
none of the boys would have been
Mm.
sugarcoating their performances or,
Mm.
you know, but yeah. Oh, and because talking about CHT, the pass he done right into Mitch Barnett, and then I was
Mm.
like, oh, come on.
Mm. Yeah.
You know, but they'll be looking at those plays. I'm assuming they'll be doing a lot of video work on this.
Barney didn't look happy either.
No, but you see him
So-
point like, oh, I was going straight through. I was going to go straight through. Why are you giving it to me for?
Yeah.
Hey, man,
No.
you know, they try to pull. There were a lot of plays where they tried to make something happen, but it just resulted in error. But I suppose, you know, at least they were trying to make something happen. But you just got to make sure you pull it off and fucking, yeah. But so it is what it is. We got the 1 point.
Got the
We
1
did-
point.
And that's I suppose that's better than getting no points. But
That's right.
it wasn't
Exactly right.
a game. But
Wasn't pretty.
No,
All
it
good.
wasn't a good
We can make
game.
up for it. Got a Dragons outfit that's had a couple of wins, couple of losses. Not to be underestimated, not to be taken lightly. If we lose this, we could be 14th.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Hunton. What's his name from the Bulldogs? Fuck, Ty, Kyle Flanagan, eh?
Dragons half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Flanagan.
Ben Hunton, Kyle Flanagan.
Yep.
Mm.
No,
Oh, Dozer. Hey. Should be
gonna
goodie,
good
bro.
one. It's gonna be a good one.
Mhm.
Let's up the Waz. Let's go the Warriors and
Oh, the fucking Warriors.
see you
All right,
guys.
go the fucking Warriors.
Same
Up the
time,
fucking
same
Warriors.
place next Monday. But
Alright.
Tons, looking forward to your Kōrero tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
see you guys tomorrow for Teamless Tuesday, man. Do you know now I just scroll right? I don't even, because I know who 1 to 13 is pretty much going to be, so I just
Yep.
scroll right down to the interchange and the
Yep.
extended bench. So
Nice.
it's going to be really interesting, fams. I hope we do see a debut or 2. That'll be me.
Mm. Nice.
Let's
Especially
go.
for our cup boys. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Someone big, one big unit coming in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, go the fucking Warriors.
Just on
Go the
final
fucking Warriors.
awesome, Mahi.
Warriors,
Alright.
baby. Peace.